good.
Hi Finn,
Hey,
how's it going?
going good. I've got a friend in my house, so sorry. I think I started talking to her.
No, it's fine. I'm glad you could make it. Hello, Finn friend.
Okay, I don't know if you're getting an echo. I'm getting an echo.
I am not getting one on my end, no.
That's good. I wonder what's going on.
Is the YouTube stream muted on your end?
It is not. That is it.
Yep.
Okay, that's the problem.
That'll do it. I've decided to add a bunch of space and stars
Oh
in
my
this
gosh, that's
branch
amazing.
area.
I love that. That's so pretty.
And then I'm gonna go over all the line art and add little highlights and details.
That'll be so much fun. I'm so excited.
I don't know how long it'll take me, but that's why I'm starting early tonight.
I can't stay for a super long time because my friend and I have plans, but I've missed so many weeks in a row now. I really didn't want to miss all of it tonight, so
Aw, well that's nice. I hope you have fun later though.
thank you. Yeah, we're gonna sit down and talk, and we're workshop our stories together. It's gonna be fun.
Ooh, that sounds awesome. I'm so
Mhm.
glad that you do that.
Yeah, it is really, really good time.
If you hear any background noise, that's my boyfriend playing Halo. New Halo came out.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Hmm
I don't know anything about the Halo games, but I know that they are well loved.
Yes. I played one, but I don't remember which one it was that I played.
Those stars really are so pretty. I love those.
There's such an easy way to make something look pretty.
Yeah, I completely get that. Like, the human brain is just like shiny.
Yes. Have any exciting things happen this week?
Um, well, I did.
How is
I did
Pepper?
have a very busy week at work.
Yeah.
Something I guess you could call it exciting happened, but it's like exciting in a terrible way. That was like not in my personal life. This is related to that whole Neopets NFT thing.
I have been keeping updated. It just keeps
You
getting
have?
worse. I keep thinking that it can't get worse, and then it does.
I know.
Um,
Oh, I read. So I follow like the Jelly Neo coverage of it, and I read the little article they put out about it
mhm.
tonight, and I like almost just started crying into my noodles because I was like,
No.
I don't want to hear this.
It's so sad. Neopets used to be so good.
It really is, and I have been I have played Neopets for so long, and I've been so invested and so like avid, I guess, with Neopets, and now I feel like just can't support it anymore because I can't. I'm just getting into all these scams. Like,
Yeah. I
It's
hope
so sad.
either if they are as bad as all these articles say they are, that they just go down and it ends, or that someone else takes over and it gets remade.
I hope so, but I have this fear that because, because like the stuff that they're running, it's like they don't have to invest any money in like producing a product because they already own like the assets and stuff that they're using to
Yeah.
make these.
Oh, that's true.
So it's like zero baseline cost, but then they can make thousands or even millions of dollars off of it just because of like the cryptocurrency hype train or whatever.
Well,
And
everyone should
so,
just stop
and they don't,
buying them,
yeah,
please.
it is the worst. But
I want
yeah, maybe
NFTs
you're
to
right.
die.
Maybe
I
but
think
we'll
the
just
NFT market should go down. That's what should happen.
yes, yes. I do think, at least in America, I don't know if they're doing this elsewhere, but at least in America, I know the IRS is planning to start taxing crypto assets as if they were actual assets.
Good. They better.
And
That would kill it for sure.
yeah, I hope so. But that's not supposed to go live until like it's either like end of 22 or maybe beginning of 23. So I think we'll have to suffer for a while longer.
Good.
Yeah, I feel that. But anyways, that's the most exciting thing that's happened during my week.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry it's still happening.
It's okay. I should stop reading about it now that this one is at least concluded for the moment.
Probably, yeah.
So I don't just ruin my day every time.
It's still good to mourn something that you cared about, though.
Yeah.
Because it's so shitty. It's awful.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you.
Definitely not overreacting. I would be too if they hadn't, like, frozen my account years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Neopets was, like, the entire reason that I got into doing digital art.
Yeah. I think I remember hearing you say that before.
Yeah, it's like my origin story.
Yeah, it's Neopets has affected my life in a lot of ways. It wasn't the thing that got me into art, but it was the thing that got me started on basically like a STEM field like track.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, I had one of those like horse girl phases.
Yeah.
And in the middle of my horse girl phase, I joined Neopets. I was like 11. And I got a Peelfin, and because it looked like a horse, and I didn't like the uni that much because it didn't look as much like a real horse.
Yeah.
And so I got.
But a Theophin looks more like a real horse.
Yeah, well, at least the front half of it.
That's true. That's true.
And I got super into Peelfins, and because I got super into Peelfins, I got really into like oceanic, like marine biology stuff, and then I went to all this like science club stuff, and I always wanted to learn about the ocean and like the biomes in the ocean and all this stuff. And then when I went to college, I got all this experience in like marine biology laboratories and stuff, but I don't think I would have ever gotten quite as passionately into the ocean stuff if it hadn't started with Peelfins. I think I would have liked the ocean still, but it became like a special interest because of Peelfins.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Neopets was like formative years for so many of us.
Yeah, it really was. And then I don't know a whole lot of coding, but I do know some like kind of basic like sink or swim like HTML coding from Neopets.
Yeah, I remember pet pages. I was really into those.
Mm-hmm.
super busy week getting
Yeah,
good
I saw
job
that
opportunities.
you got a bite from Reddit or something.
This was from Twitter, actually.
Oh,
I
okay.
got like a blue check account interaction. Some
Oh,
guy
that
who
is so
has
exciting.
a advertising company, and I was like, I'm going to find the nearest um, website email form that you have and advocate for myself. And it
That is
turned
so
out really
cool.
good.
That is so awesome. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I have this and another thing. It's
Oh,
the
wow.
one from Twitter, which is going to be making like a VR interactive meditation. It's basically going to be one of
Oh.
my celestial arts, but as a place that you can like sit in VR.
Oh my gosh,
And
are
then,
you for real?
yeah, I know in this company they're going to like do animations on it. And I'm not sure like what they're going to do exactly, but I'm really excited to see the end result, whatever it ends up looking like.
Incredible. Oh my gosh, I am so excited.
So there's that. And then there's the 3D concept art that I'm going to be doing for someone's game, I assume. I don't know all the details yet. We're still trying to like figure out all the logistics because they want to go actually in multiplayer with me and like watch me create it and give feedback on it.
Oh yeah, I remember. I think you were talking about that in your tags on Tumblr. That is also really cool.
Yes. So there's that. And wait, there's more. I have
Oh
my
my
meeting
gosh.
with the Whale Museum finally this Saturday, talking to their curator, trying to figure out if
Oh
there's any
yeah.
application for me to work on an exhibit. It's just like a lot of stuff happened all at once.
Yeah, that is incredible. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
So, whirlwind of emotions. Went from being like
Yeah.
super depressed, being like, I'm never gonna get a job, no one's responding to my applications, to this.
Oh my gosh. Bless
That's
your
my
heart.
life. I know. uh, Big feelings, all of them, good and bad.
I am so happy for you, dude. That is so great.
Yeah,
I cannot wait to see where it all goes.
me too. I will definitely be linking to the like VR meditation experience whenever that gets
Yes.
created. It's crazy because like I
I
have to create it. Oh my god.
yeah, I will definitely be investigating it when it blinks. That is such a cool thing to think about.
It's gonna be like people visiting the celestial arts in 3D. I've been having to teach myself a lot about 3D programs, Unity specifically.
I wonder if there's anywhere in the city I live that there's like VR library or something where I can go and
If you have any like tech lab at your library, they might often have them.
oh yeah, I might try to check that out. There's a pretty big library here.
Good. I haven't been to the library in so long since COVID. I should go though.
Yeah.
I used to just go to the library to do my work there. Though it would be kind of a bummer to have to wear a mask the whole time.
Yeah, I think like and maybe this isn't ideal. A lot of places where I live have really relaxed the mask restrictions.
Mandates, yeah.
If you can show a vaccination card, especially, and I always carry mine with me.
Maybe I should do that. Though I have heard that like infection rates are going up amongst vaccinated. I haven't had my booster shot yet, so I might wait for that.
Well, I had COVID and got the vaccine, so I don't know if I could count that as a booster shot.
Oh, you actually caught COVID?
Yeah, I didn't get sick enough to be hospitalized, but I was really sick this was like January, basically December 28th to January like 10th of this past year.
That's scary.
Yeah, I got really sick, but I didn't get sick enough to be hospitalized. I spent a couple of days kind of unconscious. So.
Well, I'm glad that you're fine. That's scary.
Yeah. yeah, it was scary, and it um it was hard because I was by myself. I didn't have roommates or anything.
Oh, that's
Um,
really scary. Yeah.
yeah, I did have a couple friends in town though that came and left things like soup and like Gatorade and stuff outside my door.
Mhm.
Um,
That's good.
but yeah, it was kind of it was unpleasant, but I'm okay. And I would have like I would have gotten this is before the vaccine was like of course widely available.
Mhm.
Um, and I ended up getting it from a family member, so it wasn't even like a I was like going out and partying thing, but I had a lot of people kind of act like, oh well,
If you
what
got
were
it,
you
it's your
doing out and
fault.
about? And I
Yeah,
was like,
that's
I
rude. That's
wasn't.
awful.
Yeah, but I got over it, and I didn't. I had some really unusual symptoms too. Like I didn't have the typical experience. Instead of having a really bad cough, I had a really bad sore throat, like worse than strep.
Wow.
Mhm.
I can't
And
imagine being
then I
worse than
did.
strep. Because I've had strep before, and that was bad.
It was bad. I felt like I couldn't eat or drink anything.
Damn.
And then I didn't lose my sense of taste and smell until the very end of it, and then I got really scared because I was like, oh no, what if this lasts for months? Because
Oh
it was
no.
so weird.
Yeah.
It was so weird to put something in your mouth and there's like just nothing. It's like
No taste at
it's
all.
like yeah, it was
Whoa.
nothing. It's like if I put a chip or a cracker in my mouth, I might as well have been putting a plastic spoon in my mouth. There's just no taste.
Were you better by then, or were you still like struggling to eat things?
I was better by then. I had gotten over most of my symptoms,
That's
except I
like the
still had
worst though,
fever.
because then like you want to be hungry again, but then nothing tastes like
Yes,
anything.
exactly.
Oh
It
my
was
god.
so bad. I lost a lot of weight, and I'm pretty little to begin with, so
God,
that
I
was
can
also
imagine.
not good. But
Yeah.
anyways, I will stop talking about my gross symptoms.
Oh, it's interesting.
But yeah, then I had that in December/January. But then I also went and got the shots when they became available. And so my friend and I both got the Moderna vaccine, and it was crazy because I'd already had COVID. The first shot was the one that I got really sick on, and I
Oh.
missed a day of work. But then for her, because she hadn't had COVID yet, the second shot was the one that she got really sick on.
Yeah, that was the same for me. I still remember just being feverish playing Subnautica. It's kind of fun, honestly. I wonder what the booster shot will feel like.
I don't know. Hopefully not that.
Yeah, I was Pfizer. I went to one of those like huge distribution centers in San
Oh, wow.
Francisco. It was a very bizarre experience. It was one of those like huge amphitheaters that they use for conventions and stuff, but instead of like
Oh, wow.
being a convention, it was just a highly efficient vaccination place.
Wow, that sounds wild because we got our vaccines. There were a whole bunch of little pop-up clinics all over the city that we live in. And when I say city, I mean most people would consider this like a big town, but I
Yeah.
consider it a city because I grew up in a town of like 10,000. So,
Yeah.
But it all these little pop-up clinics everywhere, and then the pop-up clinic that we went to was a church. So we just kind of filed in through the front lobby, and then they brought us into like the auditorium area, which had a curtain that had been put up down the middle.
I
And we
see.
went into one side, got the vaccine, and then went out the other side.
Wow, that's crazy. They had us like sorted into pods. There was like
Oh
all
my
these
God.
different lines, and there was these like flagger people, like the people who like direct airplanes. It was just for directing people through all these lines
Oh
because
my
there was
God.
tons of us, and then we got filed into this huge space in these like assigned pods. I think we were like the C pod or the D pod. And then you like
Oh my
sit
gosh.
in these waiting area chairs and wait for your name to be called. And then they had
Uh-huh.
like a million different little tent cubicle areas set up full of nurses who are just like administering the vaccines to everyone. So you just go down the line until you find an available nurse who waves you down. And then after you do that, you like sit in this like waiting area with this big glowing clock above your head. And
Oh.
they're like, if you're gonna get bad symptoms, it will appear around the like 10 or 15-minute mark. So you're just sitting there
Right.
staring at these red numbers, like
Yes.
wondering if something's gonna happen to you, and then nothing does, and they let
Yeah.
you leave.
So we had to do that too, except we didn't have a scary glowing clock.
Yeah.
We did have to sit and wait for 15 minutes afterwards, but it was just like a small room off the main room, and we just sat, and everybody was like, "Okay, we're gonna play nice music. Just make sure you check on your phone when you got your vaccine, and if you get to, I think they said 20 minutes for us. If you get to 20 minutes and you haven't fallen over, then you can go."
Yes, we had nice music that was punctuated by some celebration song. I forget what it was because we were there when they hit their like 100,000th or maybe 1 millionth vaccination. I feel like it was 100,000.
Whoa.
It wasn't
Oh
a
my
million
gosh.
yet, but
It's blowing my mind.
yeah, very just at that location too. I'm pretty sure it was 100,000, but still very, very efficient dosages.
I cannot believe that. That is incredible to think about.
Yeah, it was like weirdly sci-fi too, all the like screens and just the way that the building, the architecture of it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like, I would take that as inspiration for
Yeah,
sci-fi.
it's like, God, we're really in a dystopia right now.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it wasn't like a scary dystopia. It was just one that you look around and you're like, yeah, this might as well be happening because it was a good place. People were getting their vaccines. People were getting helped.
Yeah, that's good.
Definitely not going to forget that anytime soon, though.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I've gone to get flu shots before. They were in places not that different from where I got the COVID vaccine. So
I like small town life. I'm from a small town as well. Not a super small town, but it was definitely a town and not a city.
My hometown, is like I said, a very small town, but I really liked the town itself, like the actual physical location of the town, but I really didn't fit in with people my age. So when I
Yeah.
left and went to college, it was a big relief because I was really, really ostracized a lot when I was growing up. And so when I came to college and people like included me in things and invited me to things and stuff, I had like really good time. And it was kind of a relief because I felt like, okay, now I'm out of that little bubble. I can be myself. I can be around people who like me.
Yeah.
Um, so I like the size of the city I'm in now, but I do have a certain respect for my hometown because I think it's a really it's just a very nice place, like physically to be in because it's like really pretty, like lots of greenery, lots of like kind of charming old features with like brick roads and stuff, and it's got a lot of good things about it. It's just I just happen to not vibe with my peer group there.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel going back to my hometown as well, because because it's Oregon, it's about half rednecks and half hippies with dreadlocks. So a bit of a mixed bag.
That is so funny.
Yep. It's definitely an interesting place to grow up. Because like half your teachers, you realize later in your life, are hippies too.
Oh yeah.
It was fun. Good field trips to the fish hatcheries.
Oh, I can imagine. That would be so much fun.
Yeah, they took us to the place where like they do the tagging of the fries where they release them. I think it was salmon. I don't know what type of fish it was exactly. But they like give you this bucket, this little like tub of fish in this anesthetic ointment, and they're like, here's a pair of little clippers. And you need to clip all the fins off of these little guys, but do it fast because if they stay in the anesthetic too long, they die. And you're like, what? And the water's like really, really cold, and your fingers are getting so numb.
No.
And I remember I got down to the last fish, and I clipped his little fin, and I put him in the normal thing of water, and he wasn't moving. And I felt so scared that I had killed the poor little fishy. And I just like sat there and watched him in tears, and I was gonna like go get a teacher and confess to my sin of having killed a little fish, but then he started moving again. It was fine.
Oh, good.
It was a happy ending
ending.
for little fish. he lives another day to go get eaten by a bear or something.
Well, hey, I mean, a lot of fish go their entire lives and don't get as much love as that one little fish did for like 10
That's
minutes of
true.
his life.
I never thought about it like that before.
Yeah.
Little fish cared about.
Mhm. Little fish cared about by a little person.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Trying
in
to
my
decide how much
my
detail I want to
major
add
in
to this.
college. What?
Trying to decide how much detail I want to add to this. But go on.
It's so hard to stop.
I know.
Yeah, in my major in college, I was an animal science major, and so I had to do a lot of like animal practicums, where it was basically labs where we would go to like an animal facility and then do some hands-on work with the animals.
Ooh,
And
that's fun.
most of them were really fun, like get to milk a cow or shear
Yeah, we
sheep
did
or
that.
something. Yeah, but then one of the ones we did was dock pigtails, which is so
Ooh,
sad, so
no.
sad. The reason they dock them is because if they don't, then the pigs will just chew them off each other, which
What
is
the? That's scary.
horrific.
That's
Yeah.
very scary.
So they do, yeah. So they do that to prevent longer term, like pain or infection or anything.
Mhm.
So it's like it's supposed to help them, but the only issue is when you dock them, you're clipping off their tail, and they don't use anesthetic. So
Ooh. Yeah, I guess they can't afford it.
and
It's a lot
they're
of
like,
pigs.
yeah. So they're like, these little babies, piglets, and it's just heart wrenching.
That's so
But
scary. Why don't they do it like they do with sheep, where they just like tie a rubber band on it and wait?
I don't know.
Maybe that like
Hmm.
takes too long. It would still activate the other pig eating them instinct. Who
I don't
knows?
know. Maybe I'll look that up after the stream.
Hopefully other places do that differently.
Maybe so. Yeah.
I didn't even know that pigs had their tails docked. Farming. Scary.
Yeah. Colors are so pretty. I love them so much.
I like how they came out. I like putting the green in. I don't use enough green in my art.
Green is hard to use because I feel like it's very real almost.
Yeah.
And when you're doing like, or at least when I'm doing like, kind of fantasy or like kind of stylized pictures, and I want it to look fantasy or kind of just almost a little unrealistic.
Yeah,
If I
that's
use
what I
like,
run
the
into
type
too.
of green, yeah. When I use the type of green that's like kind of found in nature, then it looks more real than I want it, like not as dreamy as I want it to look. So it's hard to find good uses for green.
I always end up changing it to be more on the cyan blue side.
Like this green is really for this kind of turquoise green.
Yeah, this is perfect. Makes you want to go to the Bahamas.
Never been to the Bahamas.
Me either, but they have pretty water.
Yes, they do have pretty water. Okay, you might not know the answer to this question. It seems like you might because it seems like something you're interested in, but I'm not sure. What is the difference between a raven and a crow?
Beyond, like, their physical characteristics?
I guess so.
Because ravens
it's okay,
are...
That's a really dumb question.
Ravens are bigger. They have more of a, like, hooked beak. and their tails form. You're probably gonna see this after I say it to you. I'm gonna draw it. They form like a wedge shape instead of like a fan shape that these guys have.
Okay.
But I've always been interested about why there are both ravens and crows, because they're such similar little creatures. Like, what's the evolutionary pressure that made,
Yeah.
like, which one evolved first? That's what I want to know. They're very interesting little creatures. I see ravens and crows both often where I live. Can always tell when it's a raven because they have this like deep croak that they do when they fly.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, and they fly in like pairs. They fly around in smaller groups.
There aren't any ravens around where I've lived, but there's a lot of crows. A lot of crows.
I love crows. We used to feed one little like resident group by old apartments peanuts every morning. But there's
Oh,
not very
that's
many
fun.
crows where we moved to, which is funny because we only moved about like 8 minutes away from where we used to live. We have blue jays now, and the blue jays eat our peanuts.
Blue jays are so loud.
They are. Sometimes they wake us up early in the morning.
Oh no.
But it's fine. We don't mind the birds around us. We wake up pretty early anyways. We have one blue jay. We call him Bluejay. He has like a single feather out of place on his left wing.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
And we know about him because he's like the bravest blue jay. He will like get up really close to us. We keep trying to like get him to eat a peanut out of our hands, but he won't do that yet.
Oh wow. Blue jays are super pretty to look at and really fun to watch, but they are super, super mean to other birds.
Yeah, we get like a group of them that come to our house now because they know that we have peanuts. We'll watch them like chase each other around in the trees, making little like beeping sounds.
That's so funny.
We like talk to them in the morning when we're drinking our coffee. We're like, everybody play nice. There's enough peanuts for all of you.
Peak entertainment is watching birds bully each other.
I know. I feel like an advanced grandpa when I'm like sitting on the porch drinking coffee, just watching birds every morning.
That's so much fun. I love that.
Bird watching is good. All the old people were right.
I mean, yeah, I fully agree with that. Can't argue.
Alright, our crows have highlights.
They look really good. I love them.
Need to put some highlights on their little golden items. And also on their eyes.
I love that you did the U branch in gold too. I didn't expect that, but it looks really good.
Yeah, I just didn't want to have it introduce different colors that I'd have to balance somewhere else. So I'm like, I'll just make it also gold.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So many of my art decisions are motivated by laziness. It's a secret, don't tell anyone.
I mean, that's valid.
Work smarter, not harder.
Why make something more complicated than it has to be?
Exactly.
It's not laziness, it's just efficiency.
Exactly.
I love the way those highlights make it look like it's gleaming.
I love using bright white for highlights. This is one of those arts where I'm gonna be like sad when it's over. Really enjoyed working on it.
Celestial art?
Yeah. I don't want to stop working on it. I don't want to finish it.
I mean, it could. I bet you could probably find reasons to keep making them.
I'm talking about this one in particular.
Oh, okay. I got confused. I thought you meant like the Celestial series, and I was like,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make those
They were
forever.
planned to stop.
Never. They're going into virtual reality now.
That's amazing.
It's still like surreal that that's actually gonna happen.
Yeah, I can imagine. That does seem like it would take a while to sink in, but I mean, that is so cool.
Yeah, I had to actually like sit myself down and be like, something really cool is happening and you have to be proud of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, we, as your fans, we will have to like just tell you how awesome it is periodically, so it sinks in.
It helps. It definitely does. I wonder where the little outside kitty is who sleeps on the porch.
I loved your post about her. It was fun to like read all the little details.
Yeah, we have been letting her inside a little bit, just sometimes.
Oh, wow.
She watched Star Trek with us last night during dinner.
That is so fun. Oh my goodness gracious, what a sweet kitty cat.
I know, she, before this, was not a lap cat. She wouldn't like crawl on your lap and sit there and purr. But she will during Star Trek, apparently. She's like gradually becoming more and more affectionate.
That is what I feel like. I had remembered you say her age at some point before, but I'd completely forgotten about it. And then when I saw it in that post, I was like, goodness gracious, oh my goodness, what a cat.
I know.
27 years old.
27 years old. Like, her owner came by. He's this like really old man who's a Vietnam vet. He's like, yeah, in December she's going to turn 28. And I look at this cat and I'm like, you're as old as I am. How is that possible?
She is just elderly.
I know. She doesn't show it. She can still like jump up on things.
Yeah, she's. I think the post mentioned there she's missing her teeth.
Yep. Not all of them, but some of them. Enough to make her drooly.
Oh, okay. Poor kitty cat.
She gets fed only wet food.
Good for her.
Like the princess she is.
That is so sweet. I love that she came inside and watched Star Trek with y'all.
Yeah. It's so amazing that she likes to jump up on top of my boyfriend's car and like sleep up there.
Wow.
Because there's a different cat in the neighborhood.
Ways.
I know. It's a different cat in the neighborhood that comes in like they're not friends, so she's always on the lookout for him.
Kitty rivalry.
Yeah. Apparently her rival cat is another cat that is also owned by the neighbors who own her. His name is Shasta.
No.
Such a strange little arrangement.
I can imagine. So.
Yeah, me and my boyfriend keep talking about where we would put a litter box if we had one in our house if we adopted her.
That's so sweet.
But I don't think we can because my boyfriend's allergic.
Your boyfriend's allergic?
Yeah.
My brother is mildly allergic to cats, but it's not a really bad allergy. He can be
Yeah, it's
around
the
a
same
cat for
here.
like an hour or so.
We just have to like wash our like anything or vacuum anything that she sits on and wash our hands afterwards.
Hmm.
This is like the second neighbor cat that we've almost adopted.
Oh, that's so cute.
We just keep finding kitties that need homes.
I mean, it's so hard to turn them away.
I know.
It's like it feels like such a special thing when a cat, or I guess any animal, like kind of chooses you in a way. Like it's like, I really like you and I want to spend time around you, and then you're like, oh, I wish I could bring you into my home.
It's magical. It's literally magical. My phone loves giving me Duolingo notifications when I'm in my streams.
I haven't been hearing them.
It's just flashing. I have it on silent.
Oh, okay.
I keep thinking it's gonna be like an important email, but it's not one. I understand those posts now. It's like, why would I check my emails? That's where the emails are.
That's where the emails are. Yeah, I feel that way a lot. My work email. I'm like, I should check my email, but do I want to check my email? Because then if I do and I have emails, I'm going to have to answer.
Exactly. It's the plight. Coloring 1 million little berries. It's gonna look good in the zoomed out view though.
Yeah, it really will. I have to wonder, when you're doing like the really tiny details like this, does it feel tedious or like soothing?
Definitely more soothing. I kind of just zone out, listen to music. It helps to have someone in chat to talk to though. When I'm doing this
Yeah,
like by myself, I tab out a lot and check Tumblr and then go back to it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I understand why, like, kind of get fidgety.
Yep.
I want to do something with my hand.
It's like I want to do something else. I want to look at a different image on a screen. I do that for about a couple minutes. Like, all right, ready to go back in.
Sometimes when I really want to get like a lot of art done in one day, I open like 2 or 3 pieces, and I'll work on one for as long as I can stand, and then I'll be like, man, I want to do something else, and I'll take like a 5-minute walk around the house, and then I'll come back, and when I get back on the tablet, I'll switch to one of the other ones, and then work on that for as long as I can stand.
Yeah, that's how I did commissions when I was doing like 4 of them at a time.
Wow.
I'd get bored of one and just switch to another. Or I'd like get to a point where I could send an update to the commissioner and I'd switch to a different one.
Seems like it's a good workflow.
It is. I'm surprised I've managed to arrive at this. I never thought I'd be so functioning. Got my mantra. I'm capable, I'm normal, I'm capable, I'm normal. It's helpful.
Yeah. Positive self-talk.
You gotta.
Self-actualization.
I'm manifesting, I'm manifesting. Oh, I want to outline the crows with white.
Oh man, that would look so good. Would it be worth it though?
Yes.
Okay. Go for it.
It's so
Sometimes
funny.
you gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yes, that's true. At least with Clip Studio, the brush is very easy to do outlines with. I remember the first time that I was using it, I was like blown away by the fact I didn't have to zoom in and agonize. when we're
Yeah,
doing these
I really
outlines.
like that about it too. Oh wow! You know, with this angle, the crow's head is reminding me of that bird drawing in Kiki's Livery Service.
Oh, yeah. I was very inspired by that as a child and still am.
Looks so good.
Probably like subconsciously thought about that when drawing these crows.
Wow. Is it that like dramatic sheen?
Yeah, always when I do like a detailed line art, some of the shapes will get lost when I put the colors on.
Yeah.
Put them back in.
This weekend I'm hoping to do a new title card for what I plan to use as like the chapter like titles and what I hope will eventually become a comic that I do.
Yes.
But yeah, my old like starter page is super old. And I kind of want to replace it with something that's got more of the vibes of like the story on it. So
That sounds fun. It's exciting.
yeah, and it's gonna be. I feel like it'll be a nice thing to like kind of get me going on it because it won't have faces on it. It will just have like kind of like it will almost look like a tablet interface.
It sounds fun. I like that.
Yeah, I think it will be nice, and that way I can like feel like I'm doing something to work on it, but I don't have to immediately dive into drawing faces.
Yes. God, faces are still the one thing in art that I dislike drawing the most, actually.
They are really hard.
One of the reasons I don't like stream art of me drawing humans that much is because I'm always like drawing them wrong at first and then moving the features around later and transforming them and stuff.
I feel that. I do that too. I mean, your style is much more advanced than I am, but I also do that thing.
You gotta. I'm very much a trust the process person with art. Just let it be ugly first, and then later it'll look pretty. Hopefully.
Yeah, sometimes I feel honestly like when I draw something and I kind of go back over it later, I feel like I'm, instead of necessarily just putting lines down onto a blank sheet, I almost feel like I'm carving it out of negative space.
Yeah.
Like it almost feels more like sculpting than like drawing sometimes.
I get that for sure. That's why the sketch stage is like so important. Because just as long I have something on the page, that's like something to work with at least.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
First crow outlined. I think it is good. It looks a little flat here though. Give you some more dimension to your feathers.
really cool.
Yeah, I'm wondering what I'm gonna do after I'm done with these guys. I think I want to make these like clouds in this sort of area stand out a bit more. But then I think I'll probably be done. Then I get to the part where I mess with colors.
Oh yeah. Man, I'm very, because I remember when you did the which one is it that's like it's got the moon and like snow?
That one was midnight, I think.
Midnight, yeah. I remember when you did that one and the stream ended and I was like, wow, it looks so good. I can't wait till it's up on Tumblr or whatever. And then when you post it on Tumblr, it's like, wow, it looks even better.
Yeah, I love just like messing with the vibrance and the contrast and things.
You know, it's really cool because I never thought about doing that with my art before. And then after I saw you do it, I was like, wow, I might try that sometime. Because I never thought about that. I was like,
Yeah, you can like
oh,
edit it like you would edit a photo.
yeah. Such a neat idea. Oh, I'm hearing kitty sounds. My friend is back in my bedroom playing with my cat, and I just heard a meow.
Baby Pepper.
Baby Pepper. She has been really, really, really badly behaved lately. I don't know what to do with her.
Oh no, what is she doing?
She's so when I first brought her home, I made really sure to train her not to jump up on the kitchen counters.
Yeah.
Because I was really worried about the fact of like, what if I'm cooking and like I leave the room and she comes and jumps up onto like a hot stove or something.
Or
It was
eats
something
an
I was
onion.
really worried about. Or eats an onion or something. And so I tried to, really make sure to train her not to jump up on the kitchen counters. But lately, when I've been coming home from work, I've been finding things that were on the kitchen counter on the floor.
Oh
So I'm
no.
like, she's jumping on the counters when I'm not here because she knows that I'm not here to like get her down. And this is only started recently. Like, if she was jumping on the counters before, she was being much more careful about it because I have a lot of things kind of scattered on my kitchen counters. But it's just been recently that I've been noticing things being knocked off. And then I've also been having issues with her meowing in the middle of the night when I'm trying to sleep. And I'm actually a really light sleeper, so it doesn't take that much to wake me up.
Oh, that's rough.
But I have like before I even brought her home, I got an automatic feeder that would go off fairly early in the morning so she wouldn't get like hungry when I'm asleep. So I know it's not that she's begging for food, but she just seems to want attention.
I see.
And yeah, and it's like it's actually been kind of rough because I've been so tired at work that I've not been able to focus. So I got a pair of earplugs so I could sleep with the earplugs in. But sometimes, they like come out when I sleep or like when I turn over or something.
Yeah, earplugs are annoying.
Yeah. And so I'm not sleeping well at night because she's waking me up. But no matter what I do, I can't seem to get her to stop. And
She wants
I know that
constant kitty attention.
Yeah, and it's just I'm not really sure what if it goes on for a really long time, I might think about trying to talk to like cat behavior therapist or something and see if there's because I've tried everything that you can think of if you like look up online like how to get my cat to stop meowing
Yeah.
at night. Like I've gotten her special nighttime toys that I only bring out when I go to bed, and I got like kitty treats that have like melatonin in them, and
I don't even know they made those.
I got yeah.
Give her some CBD kitty treats.
Sleepy kitty treats. I've tried, just making absolutely sure like the litter box is spotless before I go to bed. And it's just nothing seems to be working.
She needs another cat to be her friend.
Apparently so. But then
That's what you really need in your life is another cat. Well, wishing your cat a speedy recovery to normalcy.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm hoping it's just a phase. Like she's just going through a phase.
Your cat is a teenager.
That is true. She is a teenager.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, she's about a year and a half now. So maybe when she hits 2, like 2 is the age that all the cats calm down. I hear someone giggling in the background.
It's my boyfriend. Maybe Halo's funny. No, you're fine. Worriedly asking if he's being too loud.
No. It made me smile. Human laughter is contagious.
It is. Next stream, I'll have my boyfriend just play Halo, and I can take a break.
Let's play.
Let's play new Halo. I still want to do an Echo Let's Play, but I've done so many art videos on this YouTube channel so far, I don't think it would fit the brand.
I think YouTube does it now where you can have more than one channel under the same username.
Ooh. That is
I think
tempting.
that was a feature that got added. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but even if not though, I still think people would watch it, because I mean...
It's Echo the Dolphin. Who doesn't love Echo?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone streams the original Echo.
I've never heard of it, I don't think. But
Or at least the one for the PS2. It's fun. You swim around, you're a little dolphin. If you love marine biology, you'll love Echo.
yeah.
They really paid
I
attention
love.
to like how dolphins actually move when they did the animations for that game. And the models
That's
too.
really cool.
They got good attention to detail.
illustrator you've got when it gets down close to the stones. I love how it makes it look like the sky is just kind of spilling downwards from up top and is like kind of seeping down through the vines, and then but before it's like the vines that it hasn't gotten to yet, it's like this void behind it.
Yeah. I'm trying to put more like abstract things in the art lately. I always have to remind myself, like, when I'm drawing stuff, I'm not constrained by reality. I can make things like space that is liquid,
Yes.
things like that.
I think that's really fun. That is one of my favorite things to kind of like imagine and draw, like things that can't technically exist but look really cool when they're drawn out.
Yeah, I always really liked surrealist art growing up, and it wasn't until recently that I'm like, wait a sec, I can like make all that art that I was a fan of as a child. I can do it now.
I feel like when I was growing up, a lot of surrealist art was like very unsettling and like kind of almost haunting to me.
Yeah.
There's some surrealist pieces I really like with the melting clocks and stuff. But I definitely can think of surrealist art that, you know, I was really unsettled by when I was younger.
Yeah,
So I
same
never
here.
thought of it as something that I could make in like a sparkly fantasy way that's like.
Yeah.
And
that
then I
makes
actually
sense.
started doing it and I was like, oh, this is really fun.
Yeah.
So good. I could stare at this for hours.
I just keep finding new places to put highlights.
I think it works though, because I mean, it's an overall darker piece, so the more highlights that are on there, the more it kind of pops out of the background.
Yeah, because I put so much work into all the details in the lines, I want to like bring those details back. Another thing that helps with doing a bunch of detail work like this is I always keep another canvas open with the same art on it so I can like see it zoomed out as I'm working on it.
Oh,
so that way I can tell that things are actually making a difference. I used to not work like that, and I would like spend a long time working on something and then zoom out and be like, oh, that was a waste of time. Can't even see it, or it looks bad. But you go up to like window, canvas, and then do new window, and that'll make another one for you. You can have zoomed out to look at it.
That is really a nice feature. I might have to try clicking that sometime.
Would definitely recommend it. So worth it. It helps you like check your proportions and stuff when you're drawing humans as well.
Be nice, yeah. I'm gonna talk to my friend real quick. Is the kitty still in the bedroom? Okay. Is she okay? Is she wobbling? Oh, okay. I'll come get her in like. Oh, what time is it? Okay, it is 10. Okay, Ewan, I might bop out now, but it was really fun watching.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, I had a really good time, and I cannot wait to see it finished. I will be so excited.
Me too. I'll post it to the Patreon first, as always.
Okay, awesome. All
See ya.
right, well,
Have a good night.
Have a good rest of your evening. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm still connected, I think.
Gummy! Kitty! The kitty is here! She went straight to the couch. That's where she belongs. I love the bottom half of this art, but the top half, it eludes me. I'm still done with it though. For now.